Sarah, you've barely touched your dinner. You've been sitting there for almost 2 hours now. Is everything all right? You've been different lately. More distant. I know something's troubling you.
Michael, there's something I need to tell you. Something I should have told you years ago. But I was so afraid of losing you, of losing this family we've built. I thought I was protecting everyone by keeping it buried.
Sarah, you're scaring me. Whatever it is, you know you can tell me anything. We've been married for 22 years. We've weathered so many storms together. Please, just say it.
Do you remember when we first met? How I told you my parents died in a car accident when I was young? How I was raised by my aunt until I turned 18?
Of course I remember. You said she was strict but kind. You said you couldn't wait to leave and build your own life. That was one of the things that drew me to you, your strength, your independence.
Strength. That's funny. Because I've never felt weaker in my life. Michael, I lied to you. About everything. My parents didn't die. My mother is very much alive. And she has been this entire time.
What? Sarah, what are you talking about? Your mother? You mean she's been alive all these years and you never? Why would you keep something like this from me?
Because I was ashamed. Because the truth is uglier than any lie I could have told. When I was 17, I made a mistake that changed my life forever. I got pregnant. And when my mother found out, she didn't react the way any mother should. She was furious. She called me names, said I'd ruined my life, that I'd ruined her reputation in our community.
Your mother said those things to you? About her own grandchild?
She didn't consider it her grandchild. She considered it my mistake. My burden. She told me I had two choices: give the baby up for adoption and pretend it never happened, or leave her house and raise a child I had no means to support on my own.
So you gave up your daughter. That's what you're telling me. You had a baby girl, and you gave her away.
I had no choice. Or at least, that's what I believed at 17. I was terrified. I was alone. And the people who should have supported me the most, the people who should have held me and told me everything would be okay, instead handed me a stack of adoption papers and a pen.
You need to sign those papers, Sarah. The couple is waiting. They've been waiting for a healthy baby for years, and you're depriving them of their dream because you want to pretend you can raise a child.
Mom, please. Just look at her. She's perfect. She's my daughter. I can feel it, this connection, this love I've never felt before. There has to be another way. Can't you help me? Can't you let me stay home, just for a little while, until I figure things out?
You want me to help you? After what you did? You embarrassed this family. Do you know what people in our community are saying? Do you know how it feels to have my daughter be the subject of gossip and pity? No. You made your bed, Sarah. Now you have to lie in it. And that child is not lying in it with you.
She's not just that child. She's my baby. She's your grandchild. How can you be so heartless?
I am not heartless. I am practical. You are 19 years old with no education, no job, no prospects. What kind of life could you possibly give this baby? Are you so selfish that you'd rather condemn her to a life of poverty than do the right thing and give her parents who can actually provide for her?
I love her. That's not selfishness. That's love. And if you ever cared about me, even a little, you'd understand that.
Sign the papers. This conversation is over. Either you sign and give that child a chance at a good life, or you keep her and destroy both of your futures. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, I will not support you either way.
So you signed. You gave away your daughter. And then what? You just moved on? Went to college, met me, built a life?
I tried to move on. Every single day for 18 years, I've tried to bury what happened. When we got married, when we had James, when I watched him grow up, I kept telling myself it was in the past. That my daughter was better off without me. That she had a good family, a good life, everything I could never have given her.
Did you ever try to find her? Did you ever at least check if she was okay?
I knew the adoption was closed. The agency told me I'd never have contact. But I did hire a private investigator once, about 5 years after she was adopted. Just to know she was safe. Just to know she was happy.
And? What did you find out?
Her name is Emily now. Emily Chen. She was adopted by a wonderful couple, Thomas and Jennifer Chen. They couldn't have children of their own, and they wanted a baby more than anything. They gave her everything. Private schools, ballet lessons, a stable home. Everything I couldn't.
So she's doing well. That's good, Sarah. That's something.
But Michael, that's not the worst part. I didn't just give her up. I told everyone, including my mother, that the baby died. I told people I had a miscarriage. I created a lie so big that I actually started to believe it myself. I made my mother a liar in front of our entire family. I made everyone mourn a child who was very much alive.
Oh my God. Sarah, what did you do? You told your family their grandchild, their niece, was dead? Do you have any idea what that kind of lie does to a family?
I know. I know how terrible it was. But I was young and scared, and my mother had already taken everything from me. The baby, my family, my home. I had nothing left except the lie. It became my shield. My protection. And now I don't know how to live without it. Good morning, Mrs. Patterson. Is this a bad time? The agency said they needed someone to fill in for the summer youth program, and they asked if I could come in early to help with the orientation. Emily. I didn't expect you until Thursday. Your mother, Jennifer, she said you weren't starting until next week. Yeah, plans changed. The program director needed extra hands, so I offered to come early. I hope that's okay. I know I wasn't supposed to be placed with a family for another week, but I thought maybe I could stay in the guest room and... No, of course it's okay. You're welcome here anytime. Let me show you to your room. We're having some renovations done, but the guest room should be comfortable. Mrs. Patterson, is everything all right? You seem nervous. Did I do something wrong? No, sweetheart. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just... you remind me of someone. Someone I knew a long time ago. My birth mother, you mean? Mom, Jennifer, she told me I look just like the woman in the photos from the agency. She said it's common for adopted children to resemble their biological parents. Yes, that's probably it. Just a coincidence. Come, let me show you to your room. Who's that in the photo? Is that you? And the baby? That's my mother. And me. As a baby. It's nothing important. Just an old photograph. But that doesn't look like your mother. The woman in this photo is young, you look young. And the baby is, wait, is this a hospital photo? Is this me? Emily, I think we should wait until my husband comes home. There are some things we need to discuss, and No. Whatever this is, I want to know now. I've spent my entire life not knowing where I came from, who I really am. And you expect me to just wait while you figure out when to tell me the truth? This is me, isn't it? That's me as a baby. And that's you. You're my birth mother. Yes, I am. Emily, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for everything. For giving you up, for lying, for the 18 years I wasn't there. Every single day has been a punishment I inflicted on myself. I never stopped thinking about you. Never stopped wondering if you were okay, if you were happy, if you ever thought about me. You gave me up. You signed papers and handed me to strangers and never looked back. And now you expect me to believe you thought about me every day. Do you have any idea what it's like to grow up knowing you were abandoned? Knowing that your biological mother chose to give you away? I didn't choose to abandon you. I was forced into it. Your grandmother, my mother, she made me sign those papers. She told me I was destroying her life, that I was an embarrassment. I was 17 years old, Emily. I was a child myself. A child who got pregnant. Did you ever think about the consequences? About what would happen to me? I could have had a mother. I could have had you. But instead, I got a life built on lies. I know how this looks. I know how terrible it sounds. But I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought you'd have a better life with parents who could give you everything. Don't you dare tell me about my parents. Thomas and Jennifer Chen are the best people I know. They loved me when they didn't have to. They chose me. Every single day for 18 years, they chose me. And you? You signed a piece of paper and erased me from your life. Sweetheart, Sarah called me. She told me what happened. I'm so sorry. I know this isn't how you imagined finding out. Mom, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't anyone tell me? Because it wasn't our secret to tell. Sarah asked us to keep your adoption closed, to never contact you, to let you grow up believing you were ours completely. And we agreed because we thought it was what was best for you. What was best for me? You let me spend my whole life not knowing half of who I am? We told you you were adopted from birth. We told you your birth mother loved you but couldn't care for you. We told you the truth in the way we thought would hurt the least. But we never lied about where you came from. But you knew her. All these years, you knew who she was, and you never told me. When I used to lie awake at night wondering about her, wondering if she ever thought about me, you knew. You knew the whole time. Sarah made us promise. She said she couldn't bear to know about your life and not be a part of it. She said it would destroy her. So we promised not to contact her, not to share information, to make it a closed adoption in every sense. And you just agreed? You never questioned that? Emily, your father and I wanted a child more than anything. When the agency called us about a healthy baby girl whose birth mother wanted her to have a better life, we didn't ask questions. We just said yes. We took you home, and you became our daughter. Our real daughter. The agency papers said your birth mother was anonymous, but then Sarah reached out to us privately a few years later. She contacted you? When? When you were about 5. She hired a private investigator. She just wanted to know you were safe. We met with her once, in a park, with you playing nearby. She cried the entire time. She said she just needed to see you, to know you were okay, and then she would disappear forever. You met her? I was there. And I don't remember any of it. You were so little. And we never told you because Sarah asked us not to. She said she couldn't bear to have you searching for her someday, wondering why she gave you up. She wanted you to have a clean slate. No confusion, no pain. But there is pain. Don't you see? The pain is all there is. Everything I believed about my life was a lie built on other lies. My birth mother didn't just give me up, she constructed an entire false history so she wouldn't have to face what she did.
Jennifer called me. She explained everything. About the meeting when Emily was 5, about the private investigator, about the agreement you made.
I was trying to protect her. I was trying to protect all of us.
From what, Sarah? From the truth? From reality? You've been living a life for so long that you don't even know who you are anymore. I look at you, and I see a woman who has spent 2 decades hiding from her past instead of facing it.
You think I don't know that? You think I haven't spent every single day of our marriage feeling like a fraud? I love you, Michael. I love our son. I love the life we've built. But underneath all of it, there's this hole. This emptiness that I've been trying to fill with everything except the one thing that could actually fill it, facing what I did.
Then why now? Why did you finally tell me? And why did you agree to host Emily for the summer if you knew you couldn't handle it?
Because I didn't agree. The agency assigned her to a different family, but when she showed up early, I couldn't send her away. When I saw her standing in my doorway, looking exactly like I did at her age, I realized I couldn't run anymore. I've spent 18 years running.
Running from what? From your mother? From the shame she made you feel?
From myself. From the girl I was when I made that decision. From the woman I became because of it. I built this perfect life, Michael. The beautiful house, the successful career, the happy marriage, all of it was a mask. A mask to hide the fact that I was terrified of who I really was.
And what about Emily? What about the girl who just found out her entire identity is built on lies? Do you have any idea what she's going through right now?
I know. I know I've hurt her. And I know I might never be able to make it up to her. But I have to try. I have to at least try. Emily? Can we talk? I know you probably don't want to see me right now, but there are things I need to tell you. Things you deserve to know. I'm listening. When I gave you up, I was 17. But I wasn't just a scared teenager, I was a girl who had been raised to were unforgivable. My belief that Mistake's mother, your grandmother, she had very specific ideas about how life should be lived. And when I got pregnant, I didn't fit into her vision anymore. So instead of fighting for me, you just let her win. I didn't know how to fight. I'd been trained my whole life to obey her, to make her proud, to never embarrass the family. And then I did the one thing she couldn't forgive, and I didn't know how to survive her rejection. Did you ever think about what would happen to me? About how I would feel growing up not knowing my birth mother? Every single day. That's why I hired the investigator. That's why I asked the Shins to meet me. I couldn't be in your life, but I needed to know you were alive. That you were loved. That you were happy. And was that enough? Knowing I existed somewhere out there, was that enough to make you feel less guilty? No. Nothing ever made me feel less guilty. I woke up every morning with your face in my mind, and I went to sleep every night wondering if you hated me. And I deserved every moment of that pain, because I was the one who chose to leave. You say you were forced, but you're the one who signed the papers. You're the one who told everyone I died. You're the one who built a whole new life and pretended I never existed. I know. And I will regret those choices for the rest of my life. But I need you to understand something, Emily. The person who made those choices was a terrified girl who didn't know how to ask for help. She didn't have anyone standing beside her, telling her she was worthy of love, telling her that her baby was a gift not a curse. And now? Who are you now? I'm someone who has spent 18 years learning that I was wrong. That my mother was wrong. That the shame I carried wasn't mine to carry, it was hers. I'm someone who has been waiting for the day when I could finally tell you the truth and beg for your forgiveness. Not because I deserve it, but because you deserve to know that you were loved from the very first moment I held you in my arms.
Okay, someone needs to explain what's going on. 1 minute, Mom is crying in her room, Dad is yelling, and now there's another girl living in our house who apparently is what? My sister? This is insane. Son, this is complicated. There are things about your mother's past that she never told me, and we just found out together. Past? What past? Mom's parents died when she was young. She's told me that my whole life. James, she lied to you. About everything. Her parents didn't die. Her mother is still alive. And she gave up a baby when she was your age. A baby who grew up to be Emily. What? You have a baby? You gave her away? And you never told me? I've spent my entire life as an only child, and the whole time I had a sister somewhere? I know this is a lot. I know she should have told you. But she was so ashamed of what she did, and she didn't want you to see her differently. See her differently? Dad, I don't even know who Mom is anymore. She built this whole image of herself, the perfect mother, the perfect wife, the perfect life, and it's all been a lie. You're right. She constructed a reality where she didn't have to face what she did. And now everyone else has to deal with the fallout. You're right. She's been a coward. She have been hiding from the truth for so long that she forgot there was anything to hide from. But she want to change. She want to be honest. Starting now. Fine. Then tell me everything. Tell me about this grandmother I've apparently had my whole life. Tell me why she gave up Emily. Tell me who she really is.
Mother, I need to know. When I sign these papers, what happens to the baby? Is she going to a good family? Are they going to love her?
The agency has vetted several couples. They'll give her a better life than you ever could. That's all that matters.
But I want to know who they are. I want to make sure she's going somewhere safe.
You're in no position to be making demands, Sarah. You forfeited your right to make choices when you let yourself get pregnant by some boy who couldn't even bother to stick around.
His name is David. And he didn't know about the pregnancy. I never told him.
Of course you didn't. Because you were too busy protecting yourself instead of thinking about the consequences. Now sign the papers and stop wasting my time. I have a dinner party to prepare for.
Mother, I'm scared. What if I regret this? What if I want her back someday?
Then you'll have to live with that regret, just like you'll have to live with the shame of what you've done. But you won't have her. You'll never have her. And that's final.
Your grandmother, my mother, is a complicated woman. She grew up in a different time, with different values. She believed that reputation was everything, that shame was the worst thing a person could experience. And when I got pregnant at 17, I brought that shame into her life. So she made you give up your daughter? That's what you're saying? She forced you? In her mind, she was protecting me. She thought she was doing what was best. She thought that by giving Emily up, I'd be able to move on, go to college, have a normal life. She didn't understand that there would be no normal life without my daughter. And you just went along with it. You let her control everything. I didn't know how to fight back. I'd been trained my whole life to obey her. When she said jump, I asked how high. When she said give up your baby, I gave up my baby. It took me years to realize that I had a choice, that I could have said no. But you didn't. And that's the reality we have to deal with now. I know. And I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm not asking for anything. I just want you to understand that the woman you've known, the woman who seemed perfect and put together, is someone who has been broken for a very long time. Mom, I don't know how to feel about any of this. I love you, but I feel like I don't even know you. I understand. And I'll answer any questions you have. No more lies. No more hiding. From now on, you get the truth, all of it. Do you remember anything from when you were little? Anything at all? I remember the park. I remember grass, and trees, and a woman who was crying. I remember Jennifer telling me not to talk to strangers, but then she was talking to that woman, and the woman kept looking at me. That was me. When you were 5, I found your parents through a private investigator. I asked to meet them, just once. I needed to see you, to know you were real. You were playing on the swings, and I stood there and cried. Why didn't you stay? Why didn't you fight for me? Because I didn't think I could win. I was nothing, a girl who had given up her child, who had no money, no home, no support. Your parents, the Shins, they could give you everything. A stable home, financial security, love. What could I have given you? Yourself. You could have given me yourself. I didn't need a big house or private schools. I needed my mother. I know that's what you needed. And I wasn't there. For 18 years, I wasn't there. And I will spend the rest of my life regretting that. Will you? Or will you just keep finding ways to justify what you did? You're good at that, aren't you? Blaming your mother, blaming circumstances, blaming everyone except yourself. You're right. I am good at that. But I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to take responsibility for the choices I made, not just the choices that were made for me. Did you ever think about me? Really think about me? Did you ever wonder what I looked like, who I was becoming, if I was happy? Every single day. I used to imagine you at different ages, what you'd look like at 5, at 10, at 15. I imagined you going to school, making friends, falling in love. I imagined you growing up loved and protected. And every time, I cried because I wasn't the one who got to watch you grow up. That's something, at least. Knowing I wasn't completely forgotten.
Sarah, I wondered when you'd finally come back. I heard you've been asking questions about the past.
Mother, we need to talk. There is something I need to say to you, and I've been saying it in my head for 18 years.
You might as well go ahead. You've already destroyed everything by telling the truth to your husband and your son. May as well finish the job.
I gave her up. Like you told me to. I signed the papers and I gave her away, and I spent 18 years pretending she never existed. And you know what? It didn't make me happy. It didn't make my life better. It just made me a hollow shell of a person.
You're being dramatic. You have a successful husband, a beautiful home, a son. You have everything.
I have nothing. I have a life built on lies, and every single day I wake up feeling like I'm drowning. Do you know why? Because I let you take my daughter from me. I let you convince me that she was a mistake, that she was something to be ashamed of, that giving her up was the only option.
It was the only option. You were 19 years old with no prospects. What kind of mother would you have been?
A loving one. A present one. A mother who actually cares about her child instead of worrying about what the neighbors might think. Do you have any idea what it felt like to sign those papers? To hand over my baby and walk away? It felt like someone was tearing out my heart and stomping on it.
I did what I thought was best. I was trying to save you from a life of hardship.
You weren't saving me. You were saving yourself. You were worried about your reputation, about what people would say. Your own daughter having a baby out of wedlock. How embarrassing for you. How inconvenient.
Don't you dare speak to me that way. I am your mother, and I did what I thought was right.
You were wrong. You were wrong about everything. And I spent 18 years believing your lies instead of trusting my own heart. I let you convince me that I didn't deserve to be a mother. I let you convince me that my daughter was better off without me. And I let you convince me that I was broken, damaged, unworthy of love.
That wasn't. I never said you were unworthy.
You didn't have to say it. Every time you looked at me after I gave her up, I saw the disappointment. Every time you talked about family honor and proper behavior, I heard the condemnation. You made me feel like I had committed the worst crime imaginable, and I carried that shame for almost 2 decades.
I didn't realize. I thought I was protecting you.
You weren't protecting me. You were controlling me. And I let you because I was too afraid to stand up for myself. But I'm done being afraid. I'm done letting you dictate how I feel about myself, my choices, my daughter.
Your daughter. So you found her?
She's staying with us this summer. Her name is Emily, and she's beautiful and smart and kind. She's everything I should have been brave enough to fight for.
How did it go? How is your mother?
She'll never fully understand. I don't think she's capable of seeing the world through anyone else's eyes. But I said what I needed to say. I told her how much she hurt me, how much her words and actions shaped the choices I made, and how I refused to carry her shame anymore.
You stood up to her? After all these years?
It took me 18 years and the threat of losing my family forever, but yes, I stood up to her. I told her that giving you up was the biggest mistake of my life, and that I spent far too long believing it was the right thing to do.
What did she say to that?
She didn't say anything. She just sat there, and for the first time, I saw something different in her eyes. I saw uncertainty. I saw doubt. I think somewhere deep down, she knows she was wrong. She just doesn't know how to admit it.
Can I ask you something? Something I've been thinking about since yesterday?
Of course. Anything.
If you could go back, if you could be 17 again and pregnant with me, would you make the same choices? Or would you fight?
I like to think I would fight. I like to think that the woman I am now, the woman I've become through all this pain and growth, would have the courage to stand up to my mother and keep you. But I don't know for certain. What I do know is this: the person I was then was so beaten down, so convinced of her own worthlessness, that I genuinely believed giving you up was the loving thing to do.
But it wasn't loving. It was the opposite of loving.
I know. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for every hug I didn't give you, every bedtime story I didn't read, every first day of school I missed. I'm sorry for every milestone, every achievement, every heartbreak that I wasn't there to share.
You can't give Emily those moments back. You know that, right? No amount of apologizing can make up for 18 years of absence.
I know. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm just asking for a chance to know you now. To be in your life now. Even if it's just as someone who made terrible mistakes and is trying to do better.
Sweetheart, how are you holding up? This is a lot to process, finding out your birth mother, learning about her past, meeting your extended family.
I don't even know what to call them. Sarah is my birth mother, but she's also a stranger. And James is my brother, but he's been living a life I knew nothing about. And there is a grandmother who apparently orchestrated my adoption and then pretended I was dead.
Life is complicated. And family is even more complicated. But I need you to know something. Thomas and I have never tried to replace anyone. We knew you had a birth mother out there, and we knew that one day you might want to find her. We just didn't expect it to happen like this.
Did you ever think about telling me? When I used to ask questions about my birth family, did you ever consider telling me the truth?
Every single time. There were nights when you'd be asleep, and Thomas and I would lie awake talking about what to do. We wanted so badly to give you the truth, but we had made a promise to Sarah, and we believed we were doing what was best.
What is the truth, Mom? That's what I can't figure out. If Sarah was forced to give me up, is she really to blame? Or is it all Helen's fault? And what about me? Am I supposed to be angry at everyone, or just accept that bad things happen and move on?
I don't have those answers, sweetheart. What I do know is that you get to feel whatever you feel. Anger, confusion, grief, hope, all of it is valid. And no one gets to tell you how to process this.
I keep thinking about what it would have been like if Sarah had kept me, if she'd fought Helen, if we'd had a life together. I imagine these perfect scenarios where we're close, where she teaches me things, where she's at my wedding and I hold her hand when I have babies of my own.
That's natural. We all imagine alternate realities when faced with painful choices. But the truth is, we can't know what would have happened. We can only deal with what did happen.
And what if I want Sarah in my life? What if I want to get to know her, build some kind of relationship? Does that mean I'm betraying you and Dad?
Oh, sweet girl. You could never betray us. You are our daughter, the one we chose, the one we raised, the one we love more than anything. If you want to know Sarah, we're not going to stand in your way. In fact, we'd encourage it.
Really? You wouldn't be hurt?
Of course we'd feel things. We'd feel fear of losing you, sadness that you need something we can't give you. But your heart is big enough to love more than one family. And Sarah made a sacrifice that allowed us two of you. The least we can do is let you decide what relationship you want with her.
Your brother is a good kid. He has a good heart. He's angry. I can see it in the way he looks at you. He doesn't understand why you lied, and he doesn't know how to process it. I don't expect him to understand. I just hope that with time, he'll come to terms with who I really am. The good, the bad, and everything in between. What about Helen? Do you think she'll ever change? I don't know. I've spent so many years hoping she would suddenly become the mother I needed, but I've finally accepted that she might never be that person. What matters now is that I've broken the cycle. I've stopped passing her toxicity on to the next generation. How? By telling the truth. By being honest with my family, finally honest. By admitting my mistakes instead of hiding them. By showing James that it's okay to be flawed, as long as you're willing to face your flaws and grow from them. I've been thinking about what you said. About wanting to know me now. And I've decided. I want that too. I want to know who you are, not just who you were. I want to understand why you made the choices you made, and I want to see if we can build something. Really? You'd give me another chance? Not because you deserve it. You hurt me, and I don't think I'll ever fully get over that. But I was raised by parents who taught me that holding on to anger only hurts yourself. And I'm tired of being angry. I understand. And I'll take whatever you're willing to give me. Even if it's just a little bit of your time, even if it's slow and complicated, I want this. I've wanted it for 18 years.
I think we should talk about what happens next. Emily's summer with us is almost over, and we need to figure out how to move forward as a family. What does that mean? Is Emily going to stay? Are we supposed to pretend we're one big happy family now?
No one's pretending anything, James. This family has been built on pretense for too long. What I'm proposing is something different, something real. Emily and I are going to try to build a relationship. It might be awkward, it might be painful, and it's definitely going to take time. But I refuse to lose her again.
This is really weird. Having a sister appear out of nowhere after 16 years. But I guess I'd like to know you too. You're part of this family now,
whether we planned it or not.
I think I'd like that. I want to know my brother, even if we didn't grow up together. And I want to know you, Sarah. Not just as the woman who gave birth to me, but as a person.
So we're doing this? We're choosing to be a family, even though none of us asked for this situation?
We're doing what families do when they face challenges. We stick together. We support each other. We love each other, even when love is complicated. I have an idea. What if we start over? What if we pretend this is the beginning, not the continuation of some complicated history, but the start of something new? I like that. A fresh start.
So, hello. I'm James. I like video games, and I'm terrible at math, and apparently I have a sister I've never met.
Hi, James. I'm Emily. I like reading and dancing, and I just found out I have a brother who is terrible at math. Guess we both got some catching up to do. I wrote you my phone number, my email, everything. I meant what I said. I want to stay in touch. I want to know how you're doing. I'll call. I promise. And maybe you could visit me at school. There is a parents' weekend in October, and I'd like you to be there. You want me to come to parents' weekend? You're my parent too. Or you could be. I want to find out. I'll be there. I'll be wherever you need me to be. Thank you for telling me the truth. For not making excuses anymore. For being brave enough to face what you did. Thank you for giving me a chance. I know I don't deserve it, but I'm grateful. Nobody deserves a second chance, Sarah. That's kind of the point. Second chances are about what you do with them, not what you deserve.
How did it go?
She asked me to come to parents' weekend. She said she wants me there.
That's progress, Sarah. Real progress.
I keep thinking about the road ahead. There are going to be more fights, more difficult conversations. Emily is going to have bad days where she's angry at me again, and James is going to struggle with his feelings about our family. This isn't over.
Nothing worth having is ever easy. But we have each other, and we're committed to making this work. That's more than a lot of families have.
I'm glad you stayed. After I told you the truth, I wouldn't have blamed you for leaving. For wondering who you'd actually married.
Sarah, I fell in love with you because of who you are, not because of your past. Your past is messy and painful, but so is everyone's. What matters is that you're finally ready to face it. And I want to be there for every step of the journey.
I know you can't hear me. I know you won't understand until you're much older. But I need you to know something right now, in this moment. I love you. I have loved you since the moment I knew you existed, and I will love you forever. I am giving you up not because I don't want you, but because I believe this is the only way I can give you the life you deserve. Someday, I hope you will forgive me. Someday, I hope we'll find each other again. Until then, know this, you're loved. You have always been loved. And you will always be my daughter.
What are you looking at?
The only photo I have of her. From the hospital. I kept it hidden for 18 years, tucked away in a drawer where no one would find it.
What are you going to do with it now?
I'm going to put it somewhere visible. I want to see her face every day. I want to remember what I almost lost, and I want to celebrate what I'm finally gaining.
And the lie you told your family? About her dying?
I'm going to tell them the truth. All of it. My mother, my extended family, everyone who mourned a child that was never actually gone. They deserve to know she survived.
That's going to cause a lot of pain.
I know. But pain is better than lies. I've learned that the hard way. There is the dorm where I live. It's nothing fancy, but it's home. It's perfect. Just like you. You were getting sappy in your old age. I have a lot of catching up to do. 18 years of compliments I never gave, moments I never celebrated, pride I never expressed. I'm making up for lost time. Well, don't overdo it. I can only handle so much sentimentality.
So this is the famous campus. It's okay, I guess.
You're just jealous because you have another year of high school.
Whatever. I'm going to be famous someday, and you'll all be sorry you doubted me.
Thank you, all of you, for giving me the courage to become who I was always meant to be. What do you mean? I spent so many years being who my mother wanted me to be, quiet, obedient, ashamed. But now I'm finally being who I was meant to be. Someone who loves without conditions, who tells the truth even when it's painful, who fights for the people she loves. And I couldn't have done any of it without you. You're going to get all emotional again, aren't you? Probably. Get used to it. I have a lot of feelings to express. The hardest part of any journey isn't the beginning, it's finding the courage to keep going when everything inside you wants to stop. For 18 years, I ran from my past. But the day I finally turned around and faced it, I found something I never expected. I found my family. Not the family I was born into, but the family I chose. The family that chose me back. And that, in the end, is all that matters.